Tarot loves, it's Ethany and welcome to day 5 of the 31 days of tarot for 2017, y'all. And today's prompt is the tarot card that stalked you in 2016, and not like creepy stalked you and that wasn't cool, like as in it kept coming up for you in a reading, you kept seeing it in your client readings. So I actually have two, and they're both Major Arcana cards, and I wanted to talk about how they kept coming up for me and the reflection of that for myself. So the first one is probably not going to surprise anyone, the Tower. So this is the Druidcraft Tarot, which is one of my all-time favorite soul decks. Bury me with this deck kind of tarot decks. So the Tower, for me, 2016 was a Tower year. For me, it's now in 2017, it's a Star year. I know that a lot of people have been talking about how it's a Magician or a Wheel of Fortune year if you're doing it from different esoteric schools, if you're calculating it from there. But I'm calculating it on how I feel. I am also calculating it on the fact that 16 is the 16th Major Arcana card is the Tower. And the 2-0 for me just means the return of, because that's a very Aurosoma thing. We talk about the return of these cards, just like a Saturn return. So the way that has been written in, and it might have been just, at the time, it was like, we have all these bottles, Aurosoma bottles, and there's only 78 cards. So they did a return journey of the Major Arcana. And I actually really love that, because it's like the deepening of, it's like we have this outward experience of the Major Arcana, and then we have an inward experience or a return. So the Tower for me was 2016, which is where when I'm recording this is 2016. And it was a Tower year, and I say that because I don't know one person in 2016 that did not have some major shit go down. So I'm not just talking about we all have change and life happens, and you would literally have to bury yourself under a rock and do nothing for a year for nothing to happen. But long-term relationships, marriages were breaking up. People were leaving jobs that they know that were just like, nope. I think more breakups happened this year that I could shake a stick at. We had huge global change with Brexit and Trump becoming the president-elect in America. It was basically, guys, it was a shit show. I personally had an amazing year. My son is fantastic. My business grew and kept growing and is amazing. But personally, I found it challenging. My long-term relationship ended, which just happens to also be the father of my son. So that's not exactly an easy thing to navigate, although we were before, and we remain very, very good friends, which is great. I was so exhausted. I had to go home to Australia to get recharged because I hadn't been home in nearly 4 years, and I was just so tired, and I'd missed my friends, and I was just at the point where I was just I just need to, I can't be in Canada anymore. I need to go home for a while. It's usually I'm just yep, soldier on, just keep going. But I was like, nope. So for me, in those aspects, it was a total Tower year. So this came up all the time with my clients as well. And the next one that came up was Justice. Okay, so Justice came up a lot in regards to, the laws of the universe, which, about energy and what you put out comes back to you, and how energy cannot be destroyed or created. It can only be transformed. But it was also around, I felt like it was a partner card with the Tower. I feel like Justice was here to remind us that even in the face of all of this crap, and I of course love the owl in that. Come on, you dipshit of a camera, pick it up. There we go. Even with all of the crap that was going on and all the change and everyone's lives kind of going haywire, this card is like trying to remind us to remain mentally balanced. Like, so I feel Temperance is very much around physically and emotionally. She's being more linked to the more feminine elements of water and earth, whereas Justice, I feel, is more of those masculine, I say that loosely, because just from a pagan background, elements of fire and air, which is around the mindset and being fair and being, you know, looking back and having a bit more compassion and thinking, you know, like we saw it a lot at the end of 2016. People like, you know, fuck 2016, everyone's dead. And it's like, okay, well, and I read a really good article. Yeah, we lost a ton of icons in 2016, but we did that. A lot of people were suffering from addiction, and that is a illness, and it's something that needs to be talked about. And the Justice card that kept coming up along with the Tower card was kind of like my reminder that it's like there's always a cause, there's always a reason, and we need to come from things that are more impartial, compassionate, fair, detached for the moment. Like, we have to have compassion, but not to take it on and own it as a personal attack. Like, change has happened. Oh no, the universe hates me. It's like, no. This is cause and effect. This is the rules of the universe playing out. How are you engaging in those rules? And now, how importantly are you going to move forward from all this change? Shit, that got deep. But those were the cards for me that really, really made themselves very known in 2016. And it's going to be very, and I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tarot readings this year. This is going to be very interesting to see what themes come up for 2017. I hope there's a lot of star cards and a lot of amazing cards that come up for people this year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing again what everybody else had. And if you haven't had your channel added to the list and you are doing it, please let me know and I'll add you to the list of channels joining us on this challenge. And I will see you tomorrow.